sunshine. It's your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. Today, we're going to be talking about using simple and clear call to actions in our emails. Topic number 329. Now, it's really important that we use clear call to actions in general, but particularly in our emails. Our email boxes are really full. Our email inboxes get really full, don't they? And we get all these emails coming through. And I don't know about you guys, but I read an email and go, so what do I do with this? This looks interesting. Where do I click? What do I do? How do I use this? What am I supposed to do to be able to take advantage of whatever it is you're telling me in this email? And I'm not going to say not many, but there is a significant number that make it really hard to work out what you're supposed to do with an email. So clear call to actions are really important. So let's go through some of the things that we need to do there. Sorry, big sigh as we get into it. First of all, make sure you're using direct language. Use clear, action-oriented language like shop now, download today, get started to guide your audience to the next step you want them to take. Make sure that that's really clear, that language is really clear and really concise in your email. Use standout designs for your call to action. So buttons in emails, making sure that the button is formatted nicely, that it's obvious that they've got to click on this button to take action, that button doesn't fade, blend, that's the word I'm looking for, blend into the rest of the email around it. That's a big problem, or not a big problem, it's a big thing that I've seen, is in order to keep the design all together, to make the design look nice, the buttons are all the same. And you need to, within your own branding and within your own design of the email, make those buttons stand out, or make the links stand out so people know what it is they need to click on, so they're not confused by it. They don't feel that that's just another part of the email that they can skip over. You need to have one primary call to action in your emails. Don't have multiple things going on in an email. Don't, oh, well, you can buy this thing here, and if you click here, you can do this, and if you click over here, you can do this other thing. Each email should really have one focus and one call to action that someone can take. I know that seems counterintuitive and you're trying to get as much information out to people. You will know from previous podcasts that I've done that actually having too much in an email creates overwhelm and overload on your audience. So making sure that you keep your topic tight and making sure that you've got one primary call to action in your email is really important. You do need to create some urgency with your call to action. So things like limited time offer, only a few left. Be careful when you're using urgency and scarcity. It's a really good tool, but you do need to make sure that you are not misleading your audience. And that's not just because of legal reasons. I mean, misleading your audience legally is a bad thing. But in terms of your reputation, in terms of the trust that you're trying to engender with your audience, creating an urgency with a misleading offer is a really bad thing. So make sure that your urgency or your scarcity is the real thing. Don't say, this is a download item and there's only a few available. It's a downloaded item. There'll be multiple available because you just download it, right? Unless there's licenses associated with it, you say, I've only secured a certain number of licenses at this price. That's how you can do it for a downloaded item. Make sure that you are regularly testing your call to action. So we've spoken a lot about split testing. We've spoken a lot about A/B testing, and you've got to test your call to actions to see which ones are best for your audience, what wording works best, what design elements work best, what placement within the email. Make sure you're testing all of those things and testing regularly. And finally, make sure that your design and your call to action buttons or links or whatever it is you're using are easy to see and to tap on mobile devices. I have a Samsung, and I've got to say, the ones that annoy me the most at the moment are the Zoom ones. They come in on my mail reader, and I've got to scroll down to find where the join meeting button is. And sometimes I need to scroll across the screen to see it as well, because it doesn't realign for my mobile screen. Really annoying. If it wasn't for the fact that I wanted to join the webinars, I wouldn't be clicking on anything from those emails. So make sure that your designs are mobile friendly. Make sure you test them. Make sure you test them on a couple of different phones as well. Find your friends. Find someone who's got the Galaxy S23s and S24s like I do. Find someone who's got an iPhone 12 or an iPhone, whatever the iPhone is. I'm so out of touch with iPhones, but make sure you find someone who's got an iPhone. Make sure you test it on a tablet, a small tablet, a large tablet, an iPad, and make sure that the design works across all of them. Okay, so that's why it's really important to use simple and clear call to actions in your emails. It really is about making it easy for your audience to know where to click and what to do next. It's making sure that it doesn't blend into your design. And it really is about getting them to take that action, that next action that you want when they've finished reading your email, or they're part of the way through reading the email and they're hooked on the offer. What is it they need to do to be able to go that next step? What do you guys think? What has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? What would you never do again? What would you always do? I would love to know. Please leave some comments wherever you are watching or listening to this video. You can come across to our locals channel, our locals community. askcharlyleetham.locals.com. You can join the conversation there. I am on there. I will respond to you. We can have a discussion there as well. You can DM me on any of our social media channels and I will respond. Apart from that, guys, I want you to have a really fantastic and successful day, productive day even, and I will see you all tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about using email to support our sales teams. All right, guys, see you all tomorrow. Bye.